Fibre Gel has been an absolute success when it comes to the colors that we've introduced in the Manicure line. So for those of you guys that don't know what Fibre Gel is, it's probably the easiest product to apply to give the natural nail the opportunity to thrive, right? So you know as well as I do, the pink, the nude, the white, gosh, not only does it complement the beauty of the natural nails, but the ease of application, the way it wears, and everything that you can accomplish service-wise has been above and beyond everyone's expectation. This is really exciting because now we have it in clear. And not only do we have it in a bottle, but we also have it in a pot. I'm gonna show you guys how we're going to be able to work with this, take advantage of the new Fibre Gel in clear, and give you the opportunity to add more money to the services that you're offering in the salon. All right, so Tracy has had acrylic on her nails. I've removed the majority of it. I wanna be able to go through, push her cuticles back, and then what I'm gonna do is actually prep the surface of the natural nails to get it ready for Fibre Gel application. What I like to do is use an arbor band, and I'm gonna set my electric file between 3,000 and 4,000 RPMs. And I'm just going to gently tickle away the shine, not only surrounding the cuticle area, but I'm just gonna come through and remove it, creating the perfect texture for the gel to be able to bond to the natural nails. Now, one of the things you can also do just to kind of reinforce the whole prep is if you go through and you remove all the shine with your arbor band, what I do recommend is using a diamond cuticle bit. Let me show you guys a bit that is absolutely fantastic. This is going to give you the opportunity to kind of prep around the perimeter of the nail. So this is the diamond cuticle round bit. And again, this is really nice because if you have to get tight around the edges or just around the perimeter of the nail, you're gonna notice again, you're not gonna be able to cut anything. You're gonna be able to get in tight and just get those really, I would say, tight grooves cleaned up. A fantastic way to basically follow up after you're done removing shine from the natural nail if you need to get close to, again, the sidewalls and around those tight areas in the cuticle area. All right, so after shine's been removed from the nail, what I'd like for you to do is take a swipe. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to cleanse the surface of the natural nail. This is gonna pull all the dust off of the cuticle area. It's going to dehydrate the nail plate and prepare it for protein bond application. So you don't need, again, more than one. If you have a problem lifter, the most I would recommend is 2 coats. All right, so I'm gonna work with the bottle first. One of the things I do recommend for you to work fast is to start from pinky and work to thumb. If you start with the thumb and work to pinky, remember the thumb is kind of slanted and you're gonna apply a lot of product. And for those of you guys that are learning balance and are perfecting your application with a bottle, it's better that you start with the smallest finger and work towards the largest. That way you don't have it sliding all over the place. One of the things, again, like to do to get great application, again, is take the brush out. I'll pull the excess off one side of my brush. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it down and just apply a nice even coat through the center of the nail. This is going to allow me to work through multiple fingers, as you can see, without having to worry about it sliding all the way down. Boom, right? So I'll do these 3 fingers. Now, what I usually do is once I'm done basically putting a nice even coat through the center of the nail, I'll take my brush, I'll kind of just get the excess off of the edges to make the brush actually tight on the corners. And then what I'll do is I'll use whatever is on the nail to spread it evenly down the sides and give the natural nail a perfect even coat from cuticle to the end of the free edge. right? You don't have to apply it in, again, 3 strokes. If you have to, again, take your time and use gentle, controlled application from cuticle to free edge, the product is going to self-level into absolute perfection. So once we have this on, we're gonna go inside the light and we're going to set this for 60 seconds. Again, work on the other hand. You don't have to worry about this hand. Rotate, continue to work. Once you're done applying the foundation layer, you have options. Let me show you how you're going to be able to apply the same product from the jar. The best part about working out of a jar is you're going to be able to use the product like a builder gel. Now, here's the thing. If I'm going to be applying a nice even coat from cuticle to free edge, what I want to be able to do is pull through the surface. As you can see, I'm going to be able to pick up a nice even amount on one side of my brush. Again, notice if I pull through and I come out, right, I'm going to be able to pick up a nice even amount on one side of the brush. If I need to tap it off, I could just go to the edge and you can see that I have it loaded on one side. I'm going to be able to set this down to the cuticle area, and same thing. I want to be able to use my gel brush to apply a nice even coat from cuticle to free edge. The best part about using the brush, just like the bottle, is going to self-level into perfection. Let's go ahead and take off a nice healthy amount. I'm going to come down the middle, and then I'm going to continue to work the product all the way down from cuticle to free edge, right? And again, look at the fingers. I'm balanced. I make good contact here so that I don't shake while I work, and I'm able to apply the product with ease without it getting away from me. It's going to go back inside the light for 60 seconds. The first thing you're going to notice when the client's hands come out of the light is the level of clarity. It's glass-like. Now, since we have this beautiful foundation on the natural nail, it sets us up so that we could do many different things. If I want to be able to use this as a base coat to say, Go Time nail polish, dude, all I have to do is come through and apply a nice even coat. And because Go Time cures without any dispersion layer, that is going to be able to hold up on its own. Again, when you are curing Go Time inside the light, make sure that you cure it for a full 60 seconds. All right, so the ring finger. Let's say you have the Manicure collection. I'm gonna use Wild Fig, right? So what I'm going to do, again, is I'm going to come through and apply, again, a nice even coat. Notice too, when I'm actually applying the product, I'm not trying to like swoop down and trying to get it in 3. I like to take my time and make sure that I'm getting the color absolutely perfect on the foundation layer. Let's go ahead and get it inside the light and set it. All right, I want to be able to show you guys a really cool trick. If you had to come through and do any sort of perfection work around the cuticle area, use the detailer, come down, get your edges absolutely perfect, right? Fill in all the space that you need, and then set this inside the light so that when you apply your second coat, it's going to be able to go over the whole entire surface and make it look absolutely perfect. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take, again, one more coat of Wild Fig, and then when I set this down from cuticle to free edge, this coat is going to fill in with absolute perfection. Wow. Let's go inside the light. We're gonna cure this out for 60 seconds, and then you have the option of using either finish gel, Manicure top coat. You can use the conversion top coat or even stain resistant top coat if you have enough layers to support, right, that growth. All right, this is gonna get better, right? So we launched cream clays this past Black Friday. This is incredible because since you have that foundation layer, it's so easy to take a gel that's not only so rich, but so easy to apply. Just remember too, when you're using the cream clays that have the intense glitter inside, to make sure that you don't have any rough spots. Sometimes it might take a couple coats of finish gel to make it absolutely smooth and perfect. Now, this is what I want to be able to show you guys, right? Once I apply this color over the surface, to reinforce it and make it absolutely flawless, I'm just going to take the clear fiber gel before I do the top coat. Because of this thickness, right, it's going to fill in all that space. And not only fill in the space, but it's just going to reinforce the structure, right, and give the natural nail an opportunity to thrive. Inside the light, cure for 60 seconds, finish it off with your top coat of choice. All right, now I have a mixing tile. I'm gonna show you how you're going to be able to take the fiber gel in a pot, and if you wanted to be able to customize a glitter mix, I'm going to be able to use bejesus, and we're going to use our mixing spatula to compress the glitter into the gel. Voila. Absolutely perfect. Let's go ahead and take this beautiful mix. And again, I'm going to use my gel brush. And what we're gonna do, I like to do this, we're gonna lightly kind of float it on, right? So again, I'm just keeping light contact with my brush around the cuticle area. And since I want a really nice even coat, I'm just keeping light contact all the way through, so the gel is going to move evenly from cuticle to free edge. All right, we want to be able to keep the glitter rich, opaque, right? I don't want to be able to spread it out. So again, if I'm using my brush just to lightly kind of float it on, you're going to notice that we're going to have great application from this point to this point. Let's go ahead and get it inside the light. We're gonna do the same exact thing. We want to set it for a minimum of 60 seconds. All right, just to give the nails a little bit more opacity, I'm just going to brush on a little bit more. Again, I don't want to build this up thick, so I'm just brushing it on to kind of fill in space. Once it's done curing through, you have the option of actually smoothing out the surface before you apply the finished gel, or you could apply 2 coats of finish and just send it. All right, last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep the thumb super clear. Let's go ahead and take a nice healthy amount on my brush. Just going to brush on a nice even coat from cuticle to free edge. Once this levels out, we're gonna set it inside the light for a minimum of 60 seconds, and then you could choose to use your top coat of choice for shine.
Subscribe to the channel now.